Hey. Great rising, great rising, great rising. How's everyone doing this rising? Hope you're having a beautiful day. I hope you had a beautiful night. I hope you got some sleep. I hope you're rising into a new and beautiful and wonderful time. Peace and love. I'm glad you didn't miss it today, sis. Welcome in. I'm going to get my shoes on. It's time for me to get out here for my walk. Hey, boss dog. Great rising to you, brother. Putting my shoes on. Getting ready to go out here first to check on my garden. Then I'm going to be going for my walk, as I typically do every rising. And so that's what I'm doing here, y'all. So I'm just bringing y'all along with the, because I need to get this done today. Today is my Friday at the plantation, so I am excited about that. I come out here every rising just to kind of take a look around and see what's happening. And it looks like I have something eating on my, oh, I don't like this. Something's eating on my cabbage. Peace and love, peace and love. Hey, great rising, great rising. Lisa, you getting excited? It's almost time for that debut on Queen's Alchemy. You got that debut coming up on Queen's Alchemy. You excited? I'm excited. I'm excited, sis. I get to talk to you one-on-one. 100%. Now, I don't know what's happening here. Why the discoloration? Is something eating this? What's happening? Why is this happening? Why is this happening? So, I come out here and I inspect my garden because you nervous? Sis, you just seen me in action. Ain't nothing to be nervous about. I ain't gonna hurt you. I ain't gonna hurt you at all. I ain't gonna do nothing to cause no friction. Hold on, let me check out what's going on over here, y'all. I ain't got nothing going on. I'm not gonna do nothing to you. Today I got an interview with Jared Talks. If any of you connected with Jared, if you're not, of course, if you're not, definitely tap in. Meet Jared. See what's going on over there. Look how beautiful this flower is. This is my flower from my summer squash. Isn't she pretty? Yeah. So I can't wait until um, I'm excited to just be able to eat more out of my garden. Let me see how my strawberries are doing. Something's coming out here and eating my strawberries, y'all. Look, let me show y'all. One of the strawberries completely gone. I had 3 big strawberries down here at the bottom. They're gone. And look at this one, 8 off of. You see it? I don't think I'm going to have no strawberries. They're going to go ahead and eat it all. But they're not touching any of the other vegetables, though. They got your back. They got your back. I got some, look like I got something that's eating my, oh, I don't want to step on my, look at this doggone, look at this, y'all. This is the watermelon. Watch, just watch. This is the watermelon. Keep watching. Look, 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 look. All of that. It keep going and going and going. But I got holes in my cabbage. So when I come out here and inspect, I go back and I do some research to try to figure out what the heck happened. Usually I use my, oh, this is flowering. So this is probably not going to be any good. I'm gonna move you over here. So this is my spinach, but because it's getting flowering on it, you see that at the top? That means that it's not any, that it's not gonna bud any spinach. Like this is the spinach leaves down here, but this is it. It's not gonna do it. It's gonna keep growing up tall, and these are seeds. That's cilantro right there, though. So I'm gonna move this out the way. I'm gonna move this over here because it's not getting ready to do anything else. And then I can pull my squash over. Oh, my squash too heavy. It's gonna fall. I need a stick. Oh, oh my gosh, it's so freaking heavy. There go one right there. You see it? It's growing. I need something to hold it up, though. Um, yeah, I'm gonna have to come back out here on my lunch break because I never seen the squash out actually blooming out. I had never seen it blooming out, so this is a first. Y'all caught it on here with me at the same time. But I didn't come out here. I didn't come on here today to talk about my garden. I came out here to go in my garden before I went for my walk. I'm only going to be on here probably about 15 minutes once I get walking. 15 minutes during the walk. I probably need to harvest quite a few of my peppers because they are actually growing out of control. They're growing out of control. Look at this. Look at them peppers. Look at them peppers over there. They're just growing out of control. Yeah. With that being said, though, let's go ahead and get to what we came to get to. I just wanted to check on my crop as I do every day just to make sure everything is everything. And I wonder what that is that's actually eating my strawberries. Kind of pisses me off, actually. However, I appreciate y'all being here already this rising. But it's time to go ahead and get going on this beautiful day. Thank you for checking with me on my harvest. I'm ready to walk out. Yeah, the watermelons. I can't wait to see them produce. I'm back. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so I'm thinking about going to get me a watermelon, and it is a lot. And somebody told me that I put too many. I planted too much, I guess to say. But I didn't know what I was doing because this is my first time ever gardening ever in my life. I just decided to do it, and I went crazy with it because all I eat is vegetables, right? And fruits. So I figured, why not grow my own groceries? That's pretty much what I wanted to do, was to grow my own groceries. So in return of that, you know, I didn't know that I was going to get such an abundance of return on the things that I put in there. Because even when you look at those things, that seems like a little bit of stuff as far as like the lettuce and, you know, even the peppers and things like that. But it's really a lot because when you really, 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 really think about it, it's only me. So I got to find out a way to actually, you know, utilize that stuff and keep it. So my freezer will be my friend. I'm going to actually pickle a lot of things like those peppers. I'm going to make those pepper rings like the ones that people have. The ones you buy in the store that's already like, you know, pickle that you put on your pizzas or you put on your sandwiches and stuff like that. Yep. So that's what I'm going to do. So I got a lot of things that I need to do and want to do. That's why I don't want to pull them off of the off of the plant, because I'm not ready to do that yet. So, but in return, I guess I don't have a choice really but to do it, because I can't let them go bad. I didn't go through all this not to have my groceries in my backyard, right? But speaking of watermelons, I'm going to be juicing watermelon. I'm going to go find me a good watermelon. Maybe tomorrow, which is Friday, because Friday is my day off from the plantation. So I'm going to go to the farmer's market and see if they have any. It's really not watermelon season just yet. They're going to be coming up and producing, depending on when people put them out, because it takes about 100 to 80 days. And I really want some fresh watermelon. I want it to be sweet. I want it to taste good. And you know what else I want? I would love to have a yellow watermelon, but I don't know where to find any at. I tasted one before, and it was the sweetest, the most sweetest watermelon I ever had in my life. So I definitely want to try yellow watermelon. I also want some yellow beets. I couldn't find those either. So I'll be at the farmer's market tomorrow. I cannot wait. Yes, I'll probably be there in the rising, after my rising walk. And I'm going to go to the farmer's market. I typically probably should. I wish I could walk to the farmer's market. That would be awesome. But you know, it's a little too far. Anyway, what's in your juicer today? All of y'all that's juicing with me, all of y'all that's hanging out. And on this day 5, this is day 5, y'all. Day 5. Fasting, glowing, feeling good. You see how Ra shining down on me? Yes, I love it. I love it. And I'm feeling great. And I'm going to tell y'all something. You know, when you're doing this, I'm speaking from a YouTube aspect of things. Every rising, you know, I definitely, this will not be a regular routine for me. I'm only doing this for the 7-day fasting challenge that I am coming live every day on my walk. I feel like I am dedicating and giving of myself, because this is truly my time. That's why I was like, today from my walk, it's going to be 15 minutes. Because I typically like to use my walk to decompress, readjust, realign my day, and put into thought processes of things that I want to do, whether it has to do with my personal life, my YouTube life, my health, my children, my family, whatever it may be. I go through and I do a whole spectrum of that as I walk. It gives me so much clarity out here in nature. You know, the sun brings downloads, things that you're like, oh, I could do that. I can do that. This will be awesome. You know, great rising, Monique, great rising. Oh, you never heard of yellow beets? Yeah, yellow beets are a thing. I've never had them. I seen Lala with them on her channel, so I never had myself. But you know, and you know what else I don't like? I don't like that we put so much effort and so much hard time. I'm not gonna say don't like. You know what I want to figure out how to well, not even overcome. I don't like to use words like overcome or don't like, but I don't like it. But you know, when you use words like don't, you just saying that you do like it. So I don't. What I want is to learn why YouTube does the things it does. Like, I know that it's more than one person in here, because Monique and Nay is both talking to me. Monique and Nay are both talking to me on the chat. But it says I got one person in the live. Like, I don't understand that. And then when I go and I look at my analytics, and after the live, I feel like they're cheating me on my watch hours, you know? And this is not me coming out here every day in the rising for these past 5 days and taking y'all with me on my walk really has not been about the watch hours. I felt like that was a bonus. That was a bonus thing. You know what I mean? Hey, it's 5:15 a.m. Hey, Black Rose, where you at? Where you at? Hey, Fit and Flexi. Lala, I just spoke of you. Where do you live? What are you? You said it's 5:15. Are you on the East Coast? Yeah, you must be on the East Coast. You're in California. I knew it. I knew it. I'm like, what the heck? Yeah. So, um, but what I was saying was, that's a little irritating because it's been happening, and I will try updating my app. Thank you, Hennessy Rose, Black Rose. I appreciate that because I don't know. It's been happening every rising. Like I have so much chatter going on in the chat, and then it's not any action on top. Now it's saying it's 5 of you in here, so I don't know. Neither here nor there. Hey, Rudy, 716. Let's go. Did you see everybody else put those numbers in there? 515, 715. Yeah, here is 816. Isn't that amazing? We all living in different times. Black Hennessy Rose is living 3 hours before me. Her day, she woke up, it's 5:15 a.m. I lived 5:15 a.m. 3 hours ago. So I'm living in the present. I'm living in the future. She's in the present. She's in her right now. I'm in her future. Put it like that. I'm in her future. She hasn't even seen 8:17 today. Is that not amazing? Think about what I'm saying. Even in other countries where it's nighttime and it's already another day in other places. Some places it's not June 19th. Is it June 19th today? Hold on. It's Juneteenth, y'all. It is Juneteenth. Today is the 19th. Happy Juneteenth to you. Happy Juneteenth. Look at me. I'm all out the loop. Happy Juneteenth. Yes. What y'all doing for Juneteenth? Any of y'all celebrating Juneteenth? Any of y'all celebrating? Yes, yes, yes. Oh my gosh, I need to change my title. I wasn't even thinking. Because I don't keep up with the dates, y'all. I don't keep up with the dates. I don't even keep up with the dates. But y'all know, I could place myself 1 year ago today. I could place myself in Kemet to some, and Egypt to others. And that's where I was. That's where I woke up on Juneteenth. On Juneteenth, 2024, I was in the evening. I was watching the sunrise for the first time on the Nile River. I was swimming in the Nile River on Juneteenth, 2024. I'll never forget it. I was in the Nile River. That is freaking amazing. I get chills even think about it again, you know? I spent 10 days in Egypt this time last year. You as well, Black Rose. I spent 10 days in Egypt last year, from the 15th to the 26th, actually. And I left on the 15th. It was the 16th through the 26th. And yeah, I had some amazing times. But I do remember Juneteenth. I remember being on the Nile. I remember the person that, one of the people on there was a person, I'm trying to think of what you call them, historian, who knew a lot about a lot of things. Like he even going through the different things, where we were going through the different pyramids, or going into the tombs and things like that. Like he was breaking this down. His name is Kaba Kameen. I actually spotlighted him on my channel during Black History Month. Him and a few others, where I had did a Black Excellence Expo that I went to in New York. I aired that on here. And he was on there. Very, very knowledgeable. The things he says, the way he breaks things down. And he broke down Juneteenth to a whole nother degree while we sat on this boat on the Nile. Baby, when I tell you, what a beautiful, beautiful time. It was a beautiful time. Thank you for sharing that memory with me, y'all. I appreciate it, because that's definitely something that sticks with me, you know, definitely. It was amazing, sis. It was amazing. It is a beautiful memory. It's something that gives me like chills, like, you know, makes me feel some type. For sure. I just want to tell y'all that I wanted to tell y'all, ask y'all what y'all was juicing today. Those that's juicing with me, what y'all juicing today? What's the juicer? Day 5. We made it to day 5. I'll tell you how I feel today. Don't feel like I haven't eaten in 4 days. Definitely don't feel like that. So I'll tell you, the juice fast hits a little different than a water fast. Even though I never really, even when I was fasting in the water fast, it just became second nature to me, because your body adjusts to what you start to do to it. Especially if you're doing it intentionally. And this is what this is supposed to be about, intentions. This is supposed to be about intentionally doing this fast. Juicing with intentions. What is your intention? What is your outcome? What is it that you hope to receive from this? Or what is it that you want to receive, I should say, from this, you know? What is it that you want to receive from this fasting challenge if you're participating in whatever level that you're participating, right? On my level that I'm participating, I definitely look forward to and have already reaped the benefits of, I should say. I'm looking forward to reaping the benefits I have already reaped. The lightness. I feel so light right now, y'all. I feel so freaking light. I feel like the things that were challenging me before are easier. I feel like my thoughts come to me faster. My brain fog is clear. My demeanor, my attitude, my outlook, those things have changed. And I could tell when this fast is working on me, y'all. I could tell when it's working on me. How can I tell? Because I wear glasses, and I know most of y'all know I wear glasses, because I wore glasses like the whole first 3-4 months of the time that I was on YouTube, every time I would get on so I could see the screen. But I started untraining my eyes to be dependent on those glasses. And so in the process of doing so, because vision is a muscle, right? Vision is a muscle. Green juice, cutting huge seeded watermelons and some beets. Yes, yes. Sounds beautiful, delightful. Your eyes they have muscles. So if you wear glasses and you've been wearing glasses for however long because you feel like you could not see, if you trained your eyes to see without your glasses, I don't know how bad your vision is. My vision is not horrible. At the same time, it's more so about me looking at that screen all day at work, right? So, peace and love. Welcome in, Fabi. How you doing, sis? It's about me looking at that screen at work for the most part. But what I've done is I began to readjust my eyes. As you see, I have not been wearing my glasses because I wanted to exercise that muscle that I have not been utilizing, that I was depending on those glasses to do for me, to make things clearer. Instead of allowing those glasses to make things clearer, I decided to use my own vision to begin to see things clearer. And I do. And I do. And in return of that, during this fast, I will say that I'm going through a vision repair. And how do I know? Because before I was juicing, I was seeing pretty decent. But since juicing, I feel like now that I have began to juice, things are not as clear in my vision, but every day it gets a little bit more clear. And I test it by looking at the screen. Like right now, yesterday, looking at y'all messages, they weren't as clear as they are today. You know, they're not as clear. They're clear today. They're clearer today than they were. Yes, the screen at work is horrible, Fabi. Working that screen. And that's why they tell you to wear those glasses while you're on that screen. But that's when I got dependent on the glasses for everything. To look at my phone. I started needing it to drive at night. I always was using my glasses to drive at night in unfamiliar areas just to make sure I was seeing what I was seeing. But at the end of the day, I didn't need them every time. And I had become dependent on them. And you know, that's actually a great analogy for life. You know what I mean? The more we depend on something and lean on it, we never become strong and independent on our own. We wait and we allow those things to control and become things that we live for. So for a perfect example, someone the other day was talking about Chat GPT. And they said, you know, how many of you are going to lose your creativity because you use this Chat GPT to create for you? And when you really think about it, unless you're using it as a tool, it's really not conducive to you, because you will lose your brain memory. Something that you don't use, you won't have, you know? Hey, Bambi, peace and love. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Yes, those are things that you might not, you know, that you lose. So when you don't use these muscles, then no, they can't read maps. And I'm gonna have to say, I'm not very good at it. But I bet you I could make it happen. I grew up in an era where maps was the directions that how you got around and how you maneuvered. I may not be able to move as fast with a GPS, you know, which would tell me to turn left, turn right. But what you did in those days, instead of setting your GPS and then get in the car and just drive, you would literally map it out before you left. Me and my family used to go to Cedar Point in the summers. Many times we went, still didn't know the route, right? But was always mapped out. If we were doing several trips or several places that we were going to go, it was all mapped out with a map. We would go to AAA and get what they call a triptych. A triptych included the map and the outline of where you were going. And you had to be able to read the map. It wasn't written for you. This was before MapQuest. You remember MapQuest? I'm telling on myself now. Exactly. Yep. Yes, Bambi, yes. You know, you just have to, you know, depend on these are true survival skills. Bambi brought up that map. That's real survival skills. You know what I'm saying? That was your MapQuest. Yep, MapQuest. That is so funny. Yellow house, green house, blue house. Or, you know, I would go to a different a state somewhere and I'd be like, do you know where whatever it is. You know what a Publix is? They say it's a Publix around here. You just asking the local person. They say, go up yonder about 10 feet, make a left onto the street with on the corner. It's a building. Then the building, you're gonna make a left. You're gonna go straight down. And when you get there, it's gonna be right there on your right. You can't miss it because it's gonna be a pin in the ground with a sign that say, you be like, what? You know, never a street name, never never none of that. Like, you didn't know the name of the street. Like, what street you talking about? Like, what building are you talking about? Like, and sometimes though you take it and you actually roll with it and you find it, you know? So I just know that those are survival skills. There's a lot of survival skills out here, y'all. Keep telling me what's in y'all juicer today. Dropping it down in the chat. But the survival skills is lacking, especially for the generation that came after, after cell phones were the end all be all. Hey, peace and wellness, e-wellness. I've been saying peace and wellness. I love it. I love it. Peace and wellness. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, peace and wellness. Yeah, it's sad because I don't think that they will be able to survive in a crash. If all this went down, if they don't have any elders that know anything, that know how to do certain things, I think there's a reason that this year, out of all the time that I wanted to learn how to garden, how to create my own food, how to grow my own groceries, out of all the times that I wanted to know how to do this, I realized that I picked this year, 2025, to do it. No, I'm with you, Bambi. I'm with you because it's just, they say technology is great, but technology, unfortunately, is controlled by the masses. It's just another controlling mechanism. Like right now, if they wanted to just, this video would be gone. I would no longer be talking to y'all. Same thing with the money in your bank accounts. They're just numbers on the screen. If they wipe those numbers gone, and they determine that you are zero balance, guess what? You're zero balance. So, and I hate to say, he was right, okay. Well, I don't know about the manifesto, sis. Beets, apple, carrots, lime, and ginger. Yes. I don't know about manifesto. I'm not familiar with that. But what I will tell you is that I've been thinking it myself, but I know what we think we create in our minds. So I try to remove that because I know that it impacts the future of my grandchildren, right? And I don't want that to be. So I changed my thoughts. I changed my mind. I changed the way I see things as it pertains to that. And I say that, let's find a way that we can, overcome that. So we can educate. And like you said, you taught your children how to read maps. I'm teaching my grandchildren how to garden, right? I'm teaching them the importance of it, showing them that, look, this food came right out the ground. I put it in there, now here it is. It's a tomato. It's a, you know what I'm saying? Like that's amazing to a child. Like, how in the world did you get that? The whole process of that, you have to redesign your thought process. That's how I feel about it. I know people are like, you live in a la-la world where you just think things are not going to happen to you. And if you lived in that same world, guess what? Those things might not happen to you either. But I create my space. I create my world. I create what it is that I want to see. And I know that the things that we are manifesting and saying, that technology is going to be the downfall. Technology, these kids are going to be worse off than they were. They're going to be ass out kind of thing like that. We're speaking those things. We have power in our tongue, and our thoughts are powerful. As much energy as we put behind it is what it is. So instead of saying those things, let's create some other words to say about our future. They're the ones that's going to be the future. My grandchildren range in age from 1 to 12. 1 to 12. My children age and range from 23 to 32. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you, I can't wish no ill will on this world, and even with what I see. You can't go with what you physically see. You have to have a vision of your own and create that for them. You know what I mean? So that's how I'm rolling. And I'm so full of, you know, what they call optimism, you know, but they tell you it's reality. It's only reality because you made it reality. Let's use another example. I always use this example, and I want people to see this. So, you know, police brutality was going on for a long time, where it was present in the media. As long as the media put it out there and everybody put their energy into it, that's what you continue to see. We all know that these devices and all of these things, they're listening to our every word and making us think that we have some type of, that is actually making us think we actually have some type of, you know, that we make it happen. Some things we do make happen, right? Like, oh my God, did you know I was walking past Target and I was getting ready to go get some bows, and the bows came up on my screen, that kind of thing. Same thing. Whatever you create, whatever you think and put energy into, it continues to manifest itself. So why don't we choose something else to put our energy into and create a different type of manifestation, especially for the future of our children? You know what I mean? I mean, prepare them. I mean, at this point, your duty and your position is to prepare them. You know, some grandparents don't want to have anything to do with their grandchildren because they feel like, I already raised my children. But guess what? The grandchildren are the ones that's about to lead the way. They the ones with they're the chosen ones who have the knowledge that's already embedded in them. You ever seen any of these children, how knowledgeable they are? It has nothing to do with these electronics. They come out the womb with their head up and looking around. Every one of my grandbabies did that. Every one of them. Any of my grandbabies born 2016 or greater, they smart as a freaking whip. Smart. Stuff that you ain't even told them, they're telling you. I listen to my grandchildren. I listen to what they tell me. If they say something that I think is just absolutely like off the chart, I reevaluate it and I think about it, because at the end of the day, they're closer to the womb and being the natural being than you are, especially if you didn't vaccinate them. So I listen to my grandchildren. They are very, very knowledgeable. I mean, they just it's just amazing. It's just amazing. And you know, that's why they inject, and YouTube probably gonna get me. But that's why they inject these things into the body. I don't know if I'm crossing the border with the wrong terminology today. But they inject and require these things to be when they're born. You're not required to give your children anything. I'm not a doctor. I'm not telling you not to vaccinate your children. I am only telling you my experience. My children don't have vaccinations, period. They went all the way through school, all of that, just to kind of leave it right there, because a lot of people go, well, they can't go to school. Well, then homeschool them. We giving this world too much control over us based on their rules. You could create your own rules within this construct that we live in. We could create our own rules. We don't have to abide by what society dictates to us. We choose to because it's more convenient. It's more convenient for your child to go to school all day than you to figure out how to homeschool your child at home. It's more convenient to go in the grocery store where you work all day, your husband work all day, and your children go to school all day eating whatever the hell they giving them in the schools, and then come home and then say, I don't feel like cooking, I'm gonna throw some hot dogs on the stove. Where did the nutrition come in for the children? That's what's happening to their mind and their brain. Peace and love. Welcome in, Slim Jim. Welcome in. That's what's happening. You gotta think about it. Nutrition starts, everything starts with nutrition. I know y'all saying, Queen, always going back to what you put in your body. Absolutely. Absolutely. I had SSV Kitchen. Some of y'all connected with her. On my chat the other day, I was talking about red dye number 3 and how they're going to be alleviating it from products and using things like beet juice and turmeric to get that same red candy color and to the foods. Well, in return, I got to slow down, y'all, because I'm getting hyped in my talking. She told me that her daughter has seizures on a regular basis. That her daughter had seizures on a regular basis. They didn't know what was wrong with her. She would get super sick, but she used to eat M&Ms. She said her daughter really liked M&Ms. The brown and the red dye in M&Ms was causing her seizures. And you wonder why our children have these issues. You was reading before you was talking? Absolutely. Oh my God. Slim, I get what you're saying. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. You were reading before you were even talking. Come on. It's a different world we live in today, but we don't have to adjust and be subjected to it. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, Bambi, I understand that. I mean, he had a head injury, so that's something totally different. Her child was born with no issues and then start having seizures after eating the products out here that they provide. And then they have this, you got to think about it. You read stuff that say USDA grade or FDA approved. Those are the ones you probably should run away from. Because if the FDA didn't approve it, it might mean that it's probably good for you. That's the sad part. FDA have to approve things that has chemicals in it that's going to impact you so that the what is it called? Oh my gosh. So that the health industry can, pharmaceutical industry can thrive. They all work together. They all work together. Okay, so we like to think they do, but do they really in reality? They do in reality. Well, I think I missed what you said before, Bambi. How you doing today? Good, how are you? Hey, how y'all doing? Oh yeah, no, I agree. I don't agree with it either. The biggest dope dealers in the world, yep, it's the FDA, pharmaceuticals, all of them. Because why is the FDA? The FDA is about your grade of food that is supposed to be natural. Anyway, Food and Drug Administration. Yeah, that's what it is, the FDA, Food and Drug Administration. Yeah, it's supposed to be things that make you think that it's safe for you to have. And we just go with it. You get what I'm saying? We just roll with it. We roll with it like, oh, well, it say it's FDA approved. Who gives a shit? My son argued with me. Not argue, just disagree, because we don't argue, of course. But he disagreed with me when I told him that, stop drinking Gatorade. You need to drink like this natural juice that I'm creating here, it tastes just as good, if not better, because Gatorade can have like a bitter type taste to it. And that's because of all of the chemicals they use to get it to the electrolytes in it. And so he says, but it says it's no sugar. I said, yeah, it's no sugar in it, but it has the fructose syrup. It has the other one I can't think of right now. It has that in it. So when you're drinking these things thinking that you're using the best thing for your body, you're really not. You know, why not just show up and rise in Phoenix, peace and love. Why not just show up and utilize the actual thing? Go to the store. You know, I seen Slim Jim, he over there, you know, he didn't make no excuse. He was like, I don't have a juicer, but I'm gonna smoothie these boys. And just do what you gotta do. We act like we have to have these things. Why are we making excuses for things that we don't even have to have? Happy Juneteenth! Yes, yes. Don't buy anything off the shelf, baby, because they just copy what we've been doing for years. I got a Juneteenth t-shirt, and it actually got a big rip in it. And I would have put it on even with the rip, y'all. I wasn't even thinking. But I bought it from a brother that do t-shirts back before Juneteenth was even recognized nationally. And you know, it's because we were marketing off of it that it became something that they had to market, right? So I agree with you, Slim Jim, 100%. And again, you know, I'm gonna celebrate Juneteenth in my way. I don't necessarily, you know, do any holidays. I don't participate. You may hear me say Happy Father's Day, Happy Mother's Day, but I don't get involved in all of the extracurricular. I'm not buying gifts, and I'm not paying money out at that time, because that's what they bank on. They bank on you to keep them in the red by creating all these holidays that require you to spend their money. The biggest holiday of them all is Halloween. When Halloween, if you look at the history of Halloween, it's not about ghouls and goblins. It's about the return of the dead. It's about reincarnation, but they turned it into something totally different to create a money grab. Yeah, but you know, it ain't federally enough that I ain't got to go to the plantation today. Why is that? Why isn't this a paid holiday? Make it a paid holiday and I'll think about it. You know, I ain't finna think about spending no money on it, though. That's the thing. I'm not going to spend my money on those things. Another one that's a big money, and then you burning your money right up to the sky. You just lighting your money on fire. 4th of July. That's another one. Y'all setting off fireworks, doing all of that like it's a celebration. It's a celebration. Blow your horns and roll your streamers. That's what I say. You don't need to light your whole paycheck. You know, people going to spend $300-400 on these fireworks and lighting them up into the sky. Once you see it, it's done, it's over. If I am not able to tangibly utilize it for the best of my being, I am not spending my money on it. If it's not nourishing my body, if it doesn't have a purpose, then I'm not doing it. So, yeah, make it a paid holiday. Like, why y'all sitting up here acting like we, you know, oh, we recognize Juneteenth only to benefit your pocket. Only to benefit your pocket. That's it. That's the recognition that we get. They always, for decades and years and for all time, they've used us as a people and our struggles and the things that we went through to benefit their pocket from day one. If you want to call it whatever you call it, some people be like, you weren't in slavery, you weren't enslaved, this wasn't that. It is that, because they benefited for us being in them fields. They benefited from us creating these meals because they gave us scraps. They benefited from what we call soul food today. They benefit from all of this. And why did they give the what is it? 10 acres and a mule? I think it is 10 acres and a mule. Why didn't they give it to us? Because we could turn anything into anything. We are alchemists, y'all. That's what Queen's Alchemy means. Queen's Alchemy means I could turn anything into anything. I create. I could turn a tin into gold, aluminum into silver. I can do all of that. We have the power to do these things, but we do these things and then we put it out there and then it's taken from us. And then somebody who has the moolah creates it because we don't even know that we need to market it. Get it, get a, wow. Market it. We don't need, it's not marketing, not branding. I'm gonna have it in a minute. But we don't even know that we need what we need to do in order to hold on to our creations, what we create. And then they gave us these things right here. How many of us put our ideas right here over the internet? You don't think they're scanning the internet uh, to see what we're thinking so they can get one step ahead? When the awakening happened, do y'all remember when the awakening started? I mean, it started way back a while ago, but it came in a big drove around 2000, I want to say 21, 22. I want to say whenever Nipsey Hussle died, it was a big swarm of an awakening of people realizing and seeing things that they never saw before. That was destined to happen. That was not something that they could control, but they knew was happening or knew was coming because we talk like we talk over this airway. They study us more than we study us. Instead of us coming together and being one unit, what we do typically is we spread out from that and want to do things individually. I think always thinking of a collective build. I tell you, that's what I'm building on my channel. I want it to be collective because it's not Queen's alchemy. It's the alchemy that the Queen does that brings us all together, that causes transformation as one. Do you know it's more power in it's more power in two than it is in one. So the more you have, the better you are. That's why I talk about community all the time. Community is so important. You know, that's why I call y'all my tribe, because we up here getting ready to do some things. We getting ready to change the trajectory of health and wellness, how people show up in life, how they feel. Because the better you feel, the better you gonna stand up and be, you know, a better person. You're gonna stand up and be a better humanitarian. You're gonna care about others in a different way. And the more you care about others, the more we change the world. Do you get what I'm trying to say? That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if you following what I'm saying. I'm saying that we're better together than we are apart. And right now we've been taught separation. We don't need to be separated. We need to come together as a unit. We always want to have something to say about the next thing. No, I ain't doing that because I ain't helping them because... Thank you, Nisha. I appreciate you, sis. I appreciate you. Yes, thank you. My sister always come through. Thank you so much. I didn't even see you in the chat. Nisha Antoinette. It's as good as it gets. Ah, Nisha Antoinette. It's as good as it gets. That's what I'm saying, y'all. So what I'm talking about, that's what I'm doing right now. If y'all really think about it, this juice fast that we're on right now is a collective. We're doing this together because Nisha on her channel talking about it. Mind Journey on her channel talking about it. Lala on her channel talking about it. E-Wellness on her channel talking about it. Raw Foodage on her channel talking about it. You see what I'm saying? Zoe Madden on his channel talking about it. You got all these people. I ain't leaving out nobody. I know it's a whole lot more of y'all. It's a whole bunch of y'all that's on board. I am not leaving you out, but I'm just trying to show you that we are a collective. We came together, baby. Let me tell you, when I first got on YouTube and I started a fast, wasn't nobody joining in. And I said, I don't care if nobody joins. I'm still creating it because it may make a difference to somebody else along the way, right? They may come back on this content later on and be like, yeah, I think I want to do that. I like this information. I like what the queen had to say about this. What you did in the past is definitely going to show up for your future. It's going to benefit you in the future. You might think that, oh, I only got 2, 3, 4 likes on this video, but you never know, that video might go viral in a year because it's more relevant in a year than it is now. So that's what I'm saying. I feel great on a wonderful fast, and I love it. Thanks, Queen. I love what you're doing. I love you too, sis, and I love this. Absolutely 100%. Fasting is definitely the reset to your body, the reset to your mind. Realign yourself with the great rising. How you doing? Good. It's the realignment. You get what I'm saying? I'm standing here because the breeze is blowing. Yeah, so if you are on this juice fast, if you're on this juice fast, you're going to see difference. You're going to see a difference. I'm going to tell you, whether you're doing it with a supplement or you're doing it fully on juice fast. Like I'm straight fasting, so this is day 5, no food, only juice. Speaking of that, I'm going to roll towards the cut. Now that I stood under this beautiful tree right here behind me, I'm getting ready to roll into this cut and grab me a juice out the fridge. Today I'm going to go with the green juice. It's called the Green Warrior. It has kale, cucumber, I think lemon, and ginger. Green apple. That's what it has. Kale, green apple, cucumber, and ginger. It is so freaking good. So that's what I'm getting ready to do. Have me a juice. And with that, y'all, I know I went on a tangent. I didn't really talk about what you got in your juicer today, Nisha. What you got in your juicer? Nisha, thank you, sis. Oh my God. Nisha, what's in your juicer? Says thank you. Nisha Antoinette, it's as good as it gets. Nisha Antoinette. Y'all didn't know I could dance, did you? Oh, yes, you too. Thank you so much for being here. You did catch me live, Nay, and this is awesome. I appreciate you, appreciate you, appreciate you. She says, how often do you drink those juices while you're on the fast? Like how many a day? I was doing 2. Yesterday, I did 4. And the only reason I did 4 yesterday is because I didn't want my juice to go bad in the refrigerator. It only lasts 2 to 3 days in the refrigerator, and then you have to freeze it. And I had 4 juices that needed to be drank because it was the deadline. And so today, I'll probably be doing the same thing because I have 4 more juices that I juiced, and now I'm on the 3rd day for as well. So I do plan on tomorrow being my Friday. Today being my Friday, tomorrow being my day off the plantation. I am actually going to juice some watermelon for sure. I'm going to do a watermelon juice. Yes, I have 4 juices in here. I have the Green Warrior. Oh, you doing carrots, apples? Oh my gosh, that sounds so good. Take a picture and put it on the community post. Let me see how pretty it is. This is my pineapple, orange, and ginger. If you can see, this is a different color green than the other green. The other green with the kale is darker. This right here has, okay. Can you? Okay. Can you see me now? That breast milk is gonna be bomb. Breast milk bags, I'm sorry. The breast milk bags are gonna be the bomb. Yes. And in between, when I was just doing 2 a day, oh my gosh, Nisha, you make my heart pound, girl. I drink my infused water with the fruit and things like that. But it's been an hour, y'all, and I definitely don't want to keep my lives no longer than an hour. This one was supposed to be about 15 minutes, but I got on a tangent and I continued to go in. But I want to thank each and every one of you for coming through. Thank you for your inquisitiveness. Thank you for your coming together with me. I want to thank Rising Phoenix, Nisha Antoinette for being here. Weekend with Nay. Thank you to Monique Poe. Thank you also to, let's see who else was here. E-Wellness. Thank you so much. E-Wellness is journaling. This is awesome. Yes, don't know something, read it. 40 acres, Queen. I said 10 acres in the mule. 40 acres in the mule. They didn't want to give it to us. Slim Jim, thank you for coming through. I bear gifts, but I already bought them. I'm not out burning the money today. I know that's right. Juneteenth. Yes, happy Juneteenth, everyone. Happy Juneteenth. Who else was here? Bambi, yes, thank you for that engaging conversation, Bambi. Thank you for being here. Naima. I hope you're not all getting no donuts today, sis. I hope we still fasting and juicing. I hope we redirected that. So that's all I could see on here because I had to close out and come back. But I do want to thank each and every one of you for being here. And the breast milk bags definitely sound like a great way to actually do that. In the meantime, in between time, I'll see y'all later on. Y'all know I'll come on around 2:30, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, sometime around about that time. So make sure y'all tap in to see what's going on. I might be juicing at that time, but I ain't gonna get a chance to go to farmer's market before then. So I feel like I want to take the day off, y'all. But I know I don't want to do that. Because you know what? I took the national holiday off. You know what the national holiday is? The real holiday? Queen's Alchemy Day. My solar return is Sunday the 22nd. Make sure you're tapping in. Today we're going to have Jared talks on to Queen's Alchemy this later on this evening at 7:42 p.m. I think I told him 7:22, so we'll show up at one of those times, y'all. All right, so yeah, I don't celebrate the 4th either, sis. I don't celebrate the 4th. I don't celebrate any of these made up holidays. I create holidays or times for myself. You know, in different countries, they call holidays when you take the time off to do something for yourself in other countries. Because when I was in Egypt, they kept saying, "Are you enjoying your holiday?" Because I'm visiting and I'm doing something other than working. It's a holiday. So did you enjoy your holiday? So I think I create my own holidays because I'm definitely going to take some time for myself. With that being said, though, y'all, I'm out. Peace and love. Love you all. See you in Juneteenth and make it a wonderful day.